Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. And my name is Vikas, as I already told everyone. And I'm founder and director of Artlune. And today we all are here for the private view of a solo online exhibition of Tikendra Kumar Sahu titled Emergence of Perception. And it is showcased on Artlune platform, and Artlune is an online art gallery and a collective dedicated to support emerging and mid-career South Asian artists and artists from diaspora, with a strong focus on socially relevant and reflective art practices. It is our it is a pleasure to host to you today and to have you engage with this exhibition in the digital space that allows reflection, accessibility, and global perception. Emergence of Perception is curated by Laura. Though through this exhibition, she explores how perception is formed, questions, and reshaped through personal experiences, memories, environment, and emotional response. Perception is never fixed. It evolves through time, context, and lived realities. This exhibition brings artist Tikendra Kumar Sahu, whose practice reflect this ongoing process on how we see the world, how we interpret it, and how these interpretations shift as we grow, observe, and reflect. The works presented here invites viewer to slow down and ask, how do we perceive ourselves and others? What influences our ways of seeing? What do memory, culture, emotion shape understanding? Rather than offering, how let's say, putting it in very simpler ways, right? Like rather than offering a direct answer, this exhibition creates a space for for contemplation and multiple interpretation. This exhibition has been curated as a dialogue rather than a linear narrative. Each work stands on its own while also contributing to a larger conversation about awareness, transitions, and internal changes. The online format is a online format is intentional. It allows the audience to engage with the work as their at their own pace, revisit pieces, and reflect privately, mirroring very idea of perception as a personal and evolving experience. Just one thing, remember there is no right or wrong way to experience this exhibition. Your interpretation is a part of the work, meaning now uh, part of your interpretations are the part of the work, right? Now I would like to invite Laura to say a few words about the exhibition. Hello, Laura. Stage is all yours.
Hi everybody. Good afternoon and good evening. Today, yeah, can you see it? Yeah, great. Welcome to Mr. Shahu's solo exhibition, The Emerge of Perceptions. In the following time, I would like to invite everybody to enter the world of artists and pick up the perception that we experience every day, but we might often ignore. Before I begin, I would like to ask you some questions. Um, have you noticed the light outside the window this morning? And yeah,
Yeah, I'll say no, to be honest, because we were so busy doing our own things. So we hardly get any time to just stand and see what's there.
yeah, I think that is same for everybody because we are rushing out for works, something like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And next one, have you ever felt the temperature in the air, like for
Oh,
today?
yeah. To be honest, if I'll say Delhi, it's very much polluted, but
Yeah,
it's heavy. But yeah, it's tricky. It's tricky to feel because as we all sit in our air-conditioned rooms or temperatured rooms, so that we don't see what's happening outside. We are in our
yeah,
own little bubble.
yeah.
Yeah, please
Um,
everyone feel free to contribute to this.
Like for me, I haven't really got time. Like even myself, I haven't really got time to feel the temperature. All I know is like, my place is quite cold, but I don't. Maybe it's all right outside, but I don't really know. Yeah.
Yeah.
And have you, like the third one? Have you ever pay attention to the shape of the tree on the wall, like when the sun shooting at the tree and the shadow was on the wall? Have you ever noticed that? Or even like the shape of light?
Yeah. Anyone else want to say, or I can say? Yeah. I. Anyone?
When we often look out, we do see the shadows, and of course, the of our, the terrace garden plants, or we still have sunlight here, so of course
Yeah,
we see the shadows, and yeah, we do see that the forms it
yeah,
makes.
that's great.
Of course, the texture is little, not that clear because of the pollution in the air, but
Yeah,
nevertheless, yes, we do observe that,
yeah. I
especially
think
early in the
even
morning.
yeah, even the pollution in the air, it give the light a like really different
Yeah,
shape,
yeah.
because yeah, it's like the thickness of the air is changed, so the light is changed.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
in my
Um.
case, I just look outside and it's either sunny or it's depressing. And
Yeah.
Gray,
today
complete
it
gray,
was
right?
depressing. So I do see the light. But when it goes into the deeper things like noticing the shadows and that sort of stuff, it's um yeah, never really like spend time doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. As I said, because we are all so much trapped in our own little bubble, right?
Mhm.
And it's tricky to break through those bubbles to see what actually is there.
Yes. So that is why I'm trying to ask you those questions, like whether we notice that. So this small moment quietly shape our emotion, our identity, and even the way we are looking at the world. Mr. Shahu's watercolor, starting from those most delicate daily experience with a gentle and continual observation. He opens a window for us to feel the world again. And so before I go through all of that, I would like to introduce the artist himself, um, Mr. Shahu. He is the professor at the Royal School of Design and Fine Art, assessment, sorry, I pronounced that wrong, but Assessment Royal Global University. His work based permanently on Fabrino paper, and his work transformed everyday's observation into visual narratives. Before we having the whole idea of the exhibition, we actually have an interview with Mr. Shahu. He, like in that interview, he made an interesting statement that artist creation is actually art's sake. He said the real creation comes from the uncontrollable and expression in the heart, and it is a reflection of emotion and souls that must be realized. Um, for him, art is not a cold display of skill, but an expression of inner pain or emotion. For him, the artist is the first person in the universe to enjoy the creative process, and the creation itself is a luxury and a divine grace. Every, every work we see today in this exhibition is not just a painting, but a real uh, immerse of the artist's inner world. And for the role, and there comes a really interesting question of the role of memory. In Mr. Shahu's work, the memory plays as a central role, and he said the memory is the source of the inspiration, which is constantly deepened and refined in the process of creation. Each visual image carried the extremely strong emotion, and in his purification journey, which he mentioned a lot of times, this memory continued to talk with lasting feelings and finally settled on paper. This also explains why he refused to finish his work quickly and insist to developing his idea slowly and steadily. He liked to interact with the work for a long time, so the work itself tells him how much time it takes. Short-lived feeling will pass, but the emotion will participate over time and making the work more mature and profound. And in his work, Mr. Sahu has a core belief that perception is actually what you feel through seeing. He said, it is our perception that define how we look at things. The same sensory is different every moment, shaped by the philosophy skill state of the observer. And this idea perfectly echo with the rasa theory in Indian classical aesthetic. Rasa, as we can understand, is the taste or the essence of emotion, just like the cooking require mixing and just like cooking is require cooking and mixing and cooking with different food at the right temperature and time to finally transform them into dishes with unique flavors. As artist creation is also a process of refining. Sorry, I see we got some questions. Yeah, the perception is reality, as they say. I strongly agree with this. And so for the technique of warmth, Mr. Sahu is slowly drawing through continuous small dot and fine brushstroke, as you can see through his work. And he's carrying all the kind of refining. He created the mood to create the temperature and the atmosphere that can be experienced by the body through color, shadows, and brushstroke. To carry this essence for him, color is a carrier of emotion and sensory, not just a visual presentation. In Indian, and it actually reminds me, there's a phrase, a quote saying in Indian performing art tradition, where when the hand moves, the eyes follow. When the eyes move, the soul follows, and when the mind moves, the emotion follows. When the emotion moves, there is Russia. Although Sahu created watercolor, the same idea, there is also a same idea in his work. When your eyes follow the small dot and brushstroke, your heart will begin to move and your emotion will begin to emerge. Finally, you will taste the Russia of the work. And Mr. Sorry, did it? Yeah, sorry, it's stuck on my end. Sorry for the misunderstanding. Mr. Sahu carried his creation is highly focused on the nature. He believed that nature itself is content with all the elements that doesn't need additional social comment or publicity. He appreciated the changing characters of nature and believed that observing the nature is a magical experience, which can make people forget personal pain and problem and to integrate into a greater experience. Nature is his unlimited source of inspiration and comfort. And about the Russia, in Indian aesthetic, the ideal audience called Risika which means the person who can taste Russia and who can feel that. We don't need professional training to understand those feelings, but we do need to face the work with openness, sensitivity, and patience, and to be willing to invite time to let experience unfold softly. Mr. Shahu's work transformed the physical properties of the environment into emotion and into emotional resonate. We all have experienced such moment. A sun, like we discussed at the very beginning, a central light that suddenly reminds you of afternoon in your childhood, a certain smell out in the air bring you back many years ago. Shahu constantly create such transformation through his work. Simply describing this sense, he captured element that can be triggered emotional memory, which has the texture of light, the resonance of shadow, and the thickness of air. And in this exhibition, we choose particularly these three work, the quality function of nature, the Sadasuhangan, and the emotional import and its associates. We choose these three work for a very simple reason. They tell the same stories. These paintings are all about plants. Shahu draws more than plants themselves. What he captured was completely the ultimate fear that your body felt at the moment you stand next to a plant. Maybe it's the hint of coldness brought by the light passing through the leaves. Maybe it's a memory that invoked by the rhythm of the shadow of the tree, or maybe it's a moment that you suddenly realize that everything around you, such as temperature, light, and shadow, are whispering to you. And these three paintings, like three fixed moments, point to the same experience. When we look at the plants around us, we are actually aware of the whole environment and all the sense we are in. What the work can say about is not how the tree looks like, it's about what it feels like to stand under the tree. Therefore, presenting them as a small series is to hope that everyone can experience the question Mr. Shahu was asking, like how does our body perceive the world around us, and how does the ordinary plants quietly participate and shape our emotion and perceptions. There are like three deep breaths, three gentle attempts to stop and really feel like what they are put together, and invitation become clearly and profound. Now there's an invitation for you when you are viewing this work. I would like to give you some suggestions. First of all, please slow down. These work are created slowly and need to be watched slowly. And secondly, please pay attention to the feeling of the body, the temperature, and atmosphere. The work are not just visual concepts, they are triggered physical reactions. And third, don't try to rush to find the meaning. Rasa is an experience. It's not interpretation, but a direct feeling. And finally, brings your memory and experience. Shahu's works come from his memory, but will react with your memory. And at the end of the exhibition, what text is written like, life does not lie on the great grand narrative, but quietly emerge with those mass settled but automatic moments of daily life. This sentence can be set to the main message of the whole exhibition. Mr. Shahu's work reminds us that perhaps the true depths and the richness of life are precisely in those moments that we usually ignore. The reason why these moments are real is that they are not modified, and the reason why they are profound is that we are really pay attention to them and we are directly in contact with those texture of life. And that is my talk for now. I would like to invite Mr. Shahu to share more about his work and philosophy. And yeah, I will give the stage to Shahu.
Yeah, thank you very much, Laura, for beautiful narration. As an artist, we always create and we are involved to observe and uh, in the making process we involve ourselves. But when we are going to write about the content, when we are about to understand through curatorial aspects, there is a very specification will be there. So I would like to say thanks to you and your team for Artlune for this particular uh, online show, which gives an importance to the content delivered by the artist, and it is going to also registered through the online documentation. So it is not a matter how many people are watching in uh, current time, but I believe that whatever we do, it is going to be showcased in the internet. Maybe one day we will become old and we will die. One day everyone will die. But the content, if you are taking as a very serious note, you are documenting things, you are making a research, you are precisely thinking about, talking about some content which is very much relevant to the art and society. So these things are very much important. For me, I still learning and adopting every day whatever we see in the life, whatever we see in the world. So as a child, I have that curiosity. I would like to enjoy the shadow. I would like to see small things, which is very common for most of the people or artists who practice every day. But it is also deeply rooted to study to making something innovative or something we call creative. So in the as a teacher, I have always be that curiosity and inquiry how we can able to trace that importance and how we can convert that the priority, what we are trying to convey, what we are trying to say. All artists are having similar thoughts, similar emotions, but how we are going to express that is important. So in my process of observing something and putting into my way of work is the aesthetical theory called Charvana. I feel that this Charvana process, achieving something, the subjectivity which you take and achieve that. So when you are achieving for a longer period of time, you get a relishment of rasa, and that is important and core area of my practices. When I see any object which is having multiple shadows, I enjoy that how this uh, lighting is the responsible to immerse that duplicacy of that shadow in various formation. And when you see there is a lot of amalgamation, there is a lot of casting play is there. So this is one aspect, but every day we can able to see the cloud, sky, every day sunset, sunrise, every day the light comes and goes, breeze comes and goes, but we always occupy with so many things. We occupy with our routine works, habitude of routine practice, and we forget to see this natural phenomena, which is important for us to uh, accept that as a being a part of nature, we forget sometimes. So my practice gives that kind of reflection through my observation, through my practice. uh, I keen to see a very small elements in the life, and to uh, to keep that very simple things or mundane object, I take it to the multiple layering, multiple involvement to of myself, where I can able to transmit my thoughts, transmit my energy. It is not about looking something and talking about the material. I look at maybe sky and cloud. I can able to imagine so many things. I maybe remember one of my friend who maybe I met a long back. Maybe I remember my teacher. I may remember my friends, but it is not having any kind of reflection on the clouds or on the sky. It is not representational things. But through this meditation, through this mediation process, I reach to that thoughts to remember someone. So this idea always provokes me to go beyond the visual. It is not uh, very simple or easy to see abstraction. I feel that in the realism there is a lot of abstraction. There is a lot of things we cannot able to read even. We can see the features, face, but we cannot able to understand what the personality is. We live with the person whole life, and we are unable to understand. Even we are unable to understand ourselves. That is the very tragic thing for the human psychic. So what I am trying to say is that my works are not just a representational art which is showcasing something as a still life or nature study. It is the curatorial part is a very small chapter in my throughout the journey or my life practices. But I appreciate the that episode, whatever you picked up and you try to narrate, you like something and you are trying to make that echo in the particular art society with the community. So I appreciate something is there in my practice. Some part you liked and you are appreciating through this particular kind of talks or online show. So that is I can appreciate. But my journey, if you see, you can able to find out so many things, so many variations, so many visual dialogues, narration. Beyond the visuals, I talks. My work sometimes talks about the uh, narrative stories. When you listen to the stories, you like the work. Sometimes you read the title of my work and you can able to interpret it. What is my idea actually? I may provide you a ladder to reach that what I'm thinking, but it is not mandatory always to look at the or grab the ladder given by the artist. You can reach to your own choice. You can take your own liberation, what you want to see, what you want to perceive, because it is one way of reflection by the artist, what you are looking and how you can able to spread it out. Artist job is like creating something, enjoying the life, celebrating that what is the process of creation, but also at the same time sharing that knowledge with others. Because one quote I remember, which is in Hindi, and that says, "Shilpi hi na raha, dekho, shilp amar hai aaj bhi." So I don't claim myself I am a great artist, but I believe that whatever I practice, I am trying to inspire my peer team, my students, and artist community around me, because you live with that life, you celebrate your life, and it is no matter big or small. I remember one of the artist's works, which is a very small, tiny grass he painted, and that tiny grass, the small creatures, and the dimensionality in the grass. If you are able to see that, you can able to mesmerize the audience. So that is always become a magical thing. And recently, in my current series of work, I am trying to uh, get inspiration from the magic realism, which also talks about the something which is in the reality, but we are trying to capture something, some emotional light condition, mood, and certain scenic view, not only in terms of representational art, but also creating some magic into it. Because magic is nothing else but a proper composition which you derive through your experience. So if you want to observe me, you have to go back to my journey and practices. Then only you can able to see that there is some connectivity. Because if you just cut it from my life, you cannot able to understand these 3 or 4 works of art, recent work which is showcased here. But there is a lot of things, elements which I observe from the life and I carry forward in my broader way of composition. So these all things are like a small uh, elements which I take to create a honeycomb. So maybe honey may not be produced in a momentous level. It takes time to create honey. So these all are the structure. So I also say that it is not just a study. When an artist works for uh, more intensity and go beyond that, it's a realistic approach or something which is meant to observe something what is visible or what you have seen or what you are following. You are trying to uh, showcase which is not visible, which is going beyond that, thinking more beyond that, even though it is visible, but you're looking and you are thinking something. So in my work you can able to feel, if you are that kind of empathy, if you are having, you can able to feel. I see object, I paint object, but I think something beyond that, and that emotional aspect I am trying to transmit. And it takes time to justify that transmission, because it is not a one day job, it is a very hard work. And I believe that the consistency of observing something and creating with seriousness, without having any kind of greed, any kind of involvement to make money or something only for the financial things, or for the uh, maybe celebration every time. Sometimes this involvement and inquiry takes you to leave that level. So if I wish to continue this same kind of with the temperament, and I have that uh, faith in my practice, and I also believe on the energy which will be stimulated through the various source, like teachers, my parents, my friends, and the supporting team, which always inspire me to do painting, do some kind of study, and that study convert into the art form. So I teach my students also and says that whatever you are doing, if the passion or the interest which makes you to work, that energy, when it is added to your work, you can able to create that magical things. So I hope one day, or whatever things I have created, and in future maybe you can able to see that energy and vibration. Still I feel that uh, that energy, some energy is there. At least Lara and Vikas, they are celebrating that the content which I have expressed through my work. And thanks to all the uh, participants who are observing my works. I would like to really invite to see all my works through Instagram and Facebook post, wherein I mostly showcase the only work. In Instagram, you cannot see my personal post. You only can see my all works, everyday works, and I enjoy the moment also. I have one example for celebrating life. a fly also lives alive, and within the short span or time, it lives, and there is a no shortage of time. So whatever I observe, whatever I make that study, recently I am going through the character design, and I am also learning the AI technology, how the almost 5 to 6 years, not 6 years, it is about 10 years back, I had some character design. And recently, this AI technology came and it is emerging and evolving. So I am using all those characters to create some kind of 3D effect. So I am also learning technology as well as I am incorporating how it looks like when I go for the sculpture. So I am also thinking to create a sculpture in, like, if it will be in 5 feet fiber casting, how it will be looks like. So that gives me energy to visualize something if you are using technology, and also uh, uh, taking that reference and resources. So it is great help and support for the contemporary time. We should utilize that all technology for great innovation, great creativity. There may be, definitely there is a short key, there is a lot of misuse also may be there. But as a positive thinker, the potential with the potentiality, we have to think about how we can able to grow, how we can able to adopt this technology. So this is the primary level of learning currently I am doing and practicing. So hope you will connect and you can able to see more work through Instagram and Facebook. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tikendra, for sharing your story. And so you said Instagram. Tell everyone about your Instagram handle so that they can follow you there.
Yeah, Tikendra for Sahu.
Yeah. So it's Tikendra for Sahu, and please follow him on Instagram so that you can got the latest updates of his works. Sir, you mentioned when I and Laura were having conversation with you that artist is art sick, right?
Mm.
And that's the phrase which just stuck to me since we had that conversation. Could you please
Mm.
shed some more light on it?
See, there is a lot of uh, time comes when you need to decide. For example, when I was doing my pursuing my post graduation, that time I thought we want to become an artist, and we want to become an artist. That passion was there, but when it comes for the taking guidance from our teachers, they always say that stick to your practice, and go for a long way, because artist sense is not going to be taken forward in one day. It is a very, like, art is a marathon. You have to go for long run, and then only whatever you do, whatever you speak, it will be reflected. So uh, art is art sake means when you want to become an artist, you grow your own circle, and it is not always be required to go with the same place where the marketing happens or galleries are there. You have to take the liberty or to take the decision. If you have inner wisdom, you can live anywhere and you can survive. I want to focus that the people who are passionate about creating artwork, they always look for the resources in a very divergent area, and there is a no limitation. But if your objective is set, you want to earn money, you are not happy about that, and you struggle and you always be bother about that. I believe and I remember the time when I was in Baroda. That time there was a no selling, no money income was there, but I enjoyed and mostly celebrated that time. Still, I remember that time. I have that feeling. So what I am trying to say is that when you are involved to make that something, or to create something, you need to get that wisdom. To become an artist, you have to be uh, come up with that vairagya kind of feeling. So you are not bothering about anything, and slowly and slowly you can able to gradually you can able to set your pace with the work. You get that if you have more productivity of the work, you can get the clients also. But in my case, I enjoy, and without making self as a in the limelight, I also feel that your practice and your dedication is important to celebrate the life, and you that is the most happiest feeling for the creative person. When we create, we feel happy. If I am not working, if I am having stuck something or bothering something else, it will it will bother me. But when I am working and the consistency is there, my lines are coming up through the lines also. One of my teacher told me, he taught me a drawing long back when I was starting my uh, before coming to the fine art stream. He taught me the portraits and drawings. uh, so after a long time he saw my post regularly, and he seen my some of the work, and he said that now your lines are speaking what you want. So it was a great uh, compliment for me to feel that when I hold a pencil, when I hold crayons or pen, I am more like having that freedom to express myself, because I don't bother, I don't care, and I make just what I wish I want to create. And it takes time to identify. I would like to add one more thing. My way of working is the way how we take the formation, that in the mother wounds it is not defined prefix. It takes time, 9 months to get the particular shape of human in the fetal. So this fetus, it takes time to identify male, female. The structure takes time to identify. Same way, the creative process always become like that. In the making process, uh, uh, always be enjoyable, cherishable. So this is the whole idea. When I paint, it is not, I don't bother about good, bad, ugly. It is about your involvement. When you start, it is something, because uh, blank canvas is nothing, but you are painting, you are drawing. Maybe you are thoughtful, something is coming, you are identifying, relating it, making a dialogue with your work, and one day you can able to set the dialogue, set some kind of commentary. Maybe uh, storytelling may not be identified or forcefully. We have to do it. Sometimes hidden mystery, hidden suggestions, only glimpse, only emotional, only warmth of the sunlight, only shadow, nothing is there, only some volume, some whisper. I enjoy the performance art also. I have seen one of the, like a small polythene is just floating in one corner of the house, and we can able to see and enjoy. We see JCB is taking the uh, maybe digging somewhere, and people, village people enjoy that, because it is also kind of what subjectivity attracts you, what kind of things you enjoy. So we have to find out the way where we can able to engage ourselves, and most productivity or most creative aspects we have to think for. This is the I feel that artist for art for art's sake, and there's a more definition, more wideness is there. It is not just limited to one statement. Art cannot be just a statement. There is a divergent aspects are there. We only able to identify where this this much we know. We cannot know whole ocean how it tastes, but we only taste the seashore area, and we try to make commentary on the sea. We cannot able to understand from one point of time.
That's very insightful, to be honest. Before I'll ask another question, does anyone has any question? No worries, I'll ask. Yeah, so I think not everyone knows that Tikendra sir used to teach me when I was doing my bachelor's, and he always used to give a lot of emphasis on how line speaks, right? How much weightage when you start drawing you should give to your line, so that it becomes a journey rather than the final product itself, right? And in today as well, he said it's like a marathon, right? It's not a sprint. You have to constantly doing it again and again, again and again, to reach to the final product. So sir, stating that, what makes it more interesting? Is it the journey for you or the final output?
I believe that journey is important. If you enjoy journey, then destination is never be subjectivity for you. It is for the whole life, the life practices we have to think about. Sometimes we bother ourselves for gaining something, losing something. Uh, if you see the great people are great leaders in the society, they have not built their properties, they have built their content in the life. So if we want to live happier, we have to see the journey. We have to live every day. We have to see every day from the balcony. We have to see how much we can able to uh, receive the the essence of life. Is there is so many things are there which we forget, and we make ourselves very stressful for something which is useless actually. As I said that when I don't have money, I was very much celebrated the practicing art. So that time and today's time, if I see, there is a lot of work pressure. We feel that, but uh, I also have that kind of liberty, and the way I treat myself. When I have more pressure, I start listening classical song and keep working on that. I keep the sticky notes or the art problem, and slowly, I try to remove and solve one by one the problems. Then I feel one problem if I get removed, I feel happy. So that is stress free. And for an artist, when you are expressing, some people are always be like not like very expressive. Some people are like introverts. They cannot speak and they cannot able to share that idea what they are feeling. So work of art is the greatest medium which is in you feel that you are healing yourself. You are inside the wound in the soul is coming out actually. You heal that wound in the soul is very much. That's why today's context people are more talking about the mental health. Physical health is very least at least. It is not the major thing. The majority problem is in our mind. If you are capable to get released from that part, your physical area can be recovered. But mental health, you have good body but your mental situation is not good, then that is the biggest problem in our life. So I feel this practice has to be there, and we must produce, we must observe, we must listen good things in our life, so we can definitely grow up. One day become the all small elements can be together, we can make big things based on that.
That's very true. That's very true. And I totally believe, because those small, the minute we start cherishing those small moments, we admire those big moments at the same time. Like, okay, because we cherish those small moments, every day feels more blissful, more, I'll say, more enjoyable. We have more fun in those days, right? Even though there is no sun, but you can still see light is there. You can still see those shadows coming out, right?
Yeah,
You can
one more thing is there. It is not about only the good things about the life. If you are feeling something bad, also you should be reflective. So I would like to say some more things about when I was pursuing my masters. I thought why senior artists are doing same thing, repeating, and I feel that I make that random statement. I feel it is boring. They are not coming up with new things. But now I realize that why certain things are needed. Sometimes you don't require propaganda. Sometimes you have to keep away. It is like uh, you feel that I am religious, but I am not religious. But I want to express something. For a monk, he celebrate, live with all those things, but that be away from that all those physical reality of the life and trying to search inside what is there, what is the dialogue, what kind of curiosity is there, what is the question coming from inside to connect with the supreme power. So that I am a artist, so I feel that that responsibility is with the artist. If artist is going to make a political stand, making that placard and protesting for the society, so that role is also requires some time, but not always. You should be quite spoken. You should be reflective from the society, but you should not make that as a prime things, because with that protest you forget something which is important in our life.
Yeah, that's very insightful. That's actually very insightful. It's not just all the good things. Sometimes it's other things, and its life is bigger than just the making a propaganda and doing some things which doesn't feel true to you, right? It's all about reflecting. Yeah, that's actually very insightful. Does anyone has any other question? Because I can talk to him for like ages. I won't mind. But does anyone have any other question? If not, that's totally fine. Please follow Tikendra Kumar Sahu on Instagram and Facebook. And if you have any doubts or any queries, please message him or visit our website or message us. We'll be more than happy to facilitate any conversation you might want to know or anything which you might want to ask for regarding the artist and his art journey. So exhibition is live on artlune.com, and if you go to art, if you go and see the exhibition, there is a exhibition catalog which is fully free, totally free to download. So make sure you download that and get more insightful content. What our curator Laura thought about the artworks and the exhibition. Yeah. So uh, are you sure nobody has any questions? Because I have few more, but because we are on time constraint, I won't ask. But make sure to follow us on Instagram, Tikendra Kumar Sahu on Instagram. And apart from this exhibition, we have a lot of different engagement events. Like we are having a curatorial walkthrough, we are having Instagram live with a curator, and we are having an artist conversation. So please follow our newsletters, look like just visit our website and all the updates you'll get there. And it- all the works are available for sales, and if you have any doubts or queries, please reach out to us. And I would again like to thank all the participants and our artist Tikendra Kumar Sahu and curator Laura for making this exhibition, making how will I say, trusting the vision of Tikendra Kumar Sahu and making it into an exhibition which is very thoughtful and engaging, right? If again, please, exhibition is on till 15th January 2026. Alongside this exhibition, I'm again repeating myself, we have a lot of events. Please feel free to join. And in the chats, Laura has put a feedback form. So please click and put your feedbacks on, because your feedbacks will make us evolve our program and making sure it's accessible to everyone. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, sir. Thanks a lot, Laura, for giving us your precious time and making this exhibition opening blast, I'll say.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks a lot. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Thank you.
Take care. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye, sir. Thank you.